What it do, YouTube? Today's video, I want to type in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, I want to talk about why the government, aka the CIA, uses rappers and influencers as hot commodities in their modern day rituals. Why the government slash CIA uses rappers as hot commodities in their modern day rituals. Let me break it down for you. So the reason why the CIA, aka the government, uses rappers as hot commodities in their rituals is because rappers are very influential. Rappers are the key to reaching certain groups of people. So if you got a rapper like MGK, he could reach the white kids that's growing up in the hood. Eminem, he could reach the white kids that's growing up in the hood. You see what I'm saying? You got you a young Jeezy, a young Jock, or whatever. They can reach the so-called black kids that's in the hood. You got you a Jay-Z. You got you a Kanye West, a Redman, a Method Man. You got you these type of people. They are the key to the urban areas. You see what I'm saying? Each rapper, each influencer is a key to a certain demographic. That's why you have a lot of female rappers out here, which is great too. You know what I'm saying? I think it's dope as well. You got a lot of decent female rappers out here that can really spit. You see what I'm saying? They got the female rappers out here because they are the key demographic to the women. You see what I'm saying? You got Iggy Azalea. She's the key to the Australian rappers. You know what I mean? To the female Australians. You know what I mean? To the overseas. You see what I'm saying? So it's different demographics. So they use a lot of rappers in their rituals so they can just get like a duality effect. Because like I told you, they do shit in seasons and cycles. They do different things in different themes, right? So check this shit out. Like right now, we in the mass shooting season. Don't get it twisted, because I know a lot of people gonna say, well, this is not the only time that there's been mass shootings and school shootings. They've been doing this in the past with Columbine and Virginia Tech and all that, and that's totally understandable. But that was just to desensitize people and to just run a test run to see what would happen, right? They always do test runs on these rituals. I'm gonna give you another example. The same thing with the police brutality and shit, attacking innocent black men, or so-called innocent black men allegedly. But from what we seen, innocent black men, right? Like George Floyd and Philando Castile and Ahmaud Arbery. And I know a lot of that wasn't police brutality because it was just like some angry white motherfuckers. But you get what I'm saying? Like it was just that race theme of these different racial things, right? Like the police brutality with George Floyd, then with the little hate crime with Ahmaud Arbery and shit like that. Then you had Breonna Taylor, and the police just went to the wrong house, shot her house up, and killed her. You know, just different shit, like with the Sandra Bland shit, like all this different shit, like all this shit. It was just like test runs. Then they do a little mass shooting here and there. It's a test run. Then another celebrity die. It's a test run. They do different shit in seasons and cycles. Right now, we in the mass shooting season right now. They're gonna keep doing mass shootings because they trying to basically manifest a certain agenda. See, these entities can't manifest as good as a human can. See, humans are multidimensional, meaning that we can tap into different frequencies here on Earth, right here on Earth. You may not can't see it because you can't see energy, but it's different wavelengths and different energies that you can tap into on Earth. And the main way that you can tap into them is by mood, aka vibration. If you're in a good mood or a good vibration, that's pretty much the energy you're gonna attract. It's gonna be like a very positive type of energy, you know what I mean? And everything you encounter or every outcome that you have is gonna be somewhat positive because that's the energy you in and shit. That's like a certain type of frequency. So right now we in the mass shooting season because these people are trying to they're trying to manifest to pass certain bills and shit like that, and they know they only can do that by harnessing the energy, the negative energy and the sad energy of human beings, putting it back out there. But the way that they put the energy back out there is they revise it into a news clip or into another mass shooting or into another celebrity death or even into another distraction where, oh, new iPhone 15 and shit like that. You know what I mean? Different things like that. So it's different seasonal cycles when it comes with this stuff. And then the next seasonal cycle, which they did a test run for this too, is the food shortages. And I was just listening to Zachary Hubbard video, and they was talking about him and a few of his subs, whatever. They was talking about Soylent Green. I seen that movie like 2015, 2016, because the 13th Son, he recommended that video as well a long time ago. Soylent Green, how they putting grinded up humans inside of food products and feeding it back to people. That's why when you eat a lot of stuff, you get headaches from it and you don't even know why. It's because they feeding you other humans. That's why a lot of humans out here are mad and don't even know why they mad. Because sometimes I be upset for no reason. I don't even know why I'm angry. I don't even be knowing why. It's because they putting humans in your food. And they was even talking about this, which I already knew about this. But one of Zachary Hubbard's subscribers was saying how they passed a law. I forgot in what state, but they passed a law where you could use human decomposition as compost for your plants. Basically meaning you could use human remains inside of your plants because I guess it got a decent amount of nutrients in it or whatever, which is disgusting as fuck. Because I mean, if you use that, the plant takes in whatever you feed it, you know what I mean, or whatever you put around it. Because plants are autotrophic, meaning that they can feed themselves. So if you put a certain amount of nutrients or you put in a certain type of compost around a plant, it will feed off of that. It will start to develop off of those nutrients that was feed to it. So if you're giving it human remains, you know, you eating a plant, but at the end of the day, that plant is gonna have traces of human remains in it. You see, so it's a vicious cycle. So yeah, they was talking about that, but that's the shit we about to be going through next. Cause they said it's gonna be a food shortage in 2022. Then they gonna do the drought thing, where a lot of places gonna be running out of water. You gotta ration the water and shit. You know what I mean? Just so the government can waste it. You know, little weird shit like that. But yeah, they doing different test runs. Like I said, right now it's the mass shooting test run. Next is gonna be the food shortage test run, which they already kind of getting prepared. Cause while they doing one thing, they already got their minions working on something else in the background. So it's like they doing that. And yeah, they gonna keep doing this shit. So next, after the mass shootings start to die down and shit, they gonna try to do the little gun control, just like what they did with the, you know, with the juice and all that shit. And and yeah, it's gonna come a point in time where, like they were saying in Zachary Hubbard video, it's gonna be like Soylent Green. If you haven't watched that movie Soylent Green, go check it out. It's very disturbing, but it's pretty much basically like it's basically like talk about Monsanto. Basically, they just used a different name and call it Soylent Green. And yeah, like basically they was running like people was running out of food, and the crazy part is that one of his subs brought this up, but the movie Soylent Green is actually based in the year 2022. You see what I'm saying? And where we at currently right now in the year 2022 Gregorian calendar. So they giving you hints. This movie came out like in 1970 or something like that. 1970 or 1980, something like that. And they just basically give you hints saying like in 2022 it's gonna be a real bad food shortage to the point that all these bodies gonna be dropping. They're gonna be grinding it back up and putting it back into different food to like keep motherfuckers alive. But whole time they already doing that shit. You know, Satan always give people warnings before destruction. You know what I mean? Something to think about, man. Something to look into. Yeah, it is pretty fucking creepy, and it is pretty fucking wicked too. But unfortunately, those are the times we living in. That's why I was telling you the other day in the other video. That's why it's a food shortage now. That's why they trying to mask it like it's not. Like I said this in one of the videos, what, a couple weeks ago or a week ago. I was like, the inflation of the money has went down because back in the day, one quarter could get you like a juice, or it could get you a motherfucking bag of chips or something like that, which is not a lot, but that's still a decent amount for a quarter, right? 4 quarters was able to get you 4 bags of chips or even 4 juices back in the day, right? Early 2000s, late 90s. Now that they print out so much money, the money ain't worth shit. Inflation, so the prices are going up, and they doing this shit to kind of make it seem like everything is still going normal when it's really not. When it's actually really a recession, low key. And the thing is about this is you gotta check this out. Same thing when the COVID first started in 2020. I was in Australia when this happened. Yes, you can go back and check my videos. I said it plenty of times. 2000, well, really in 2019, I was in Australia from 2019 to 2021. But in 2019, everything was good. Nothing was happening. Everything was kind of mellow. But I already knew some shit was going to happen because they was already giving warnings like, oh, it's going to be this and that and shit like that. So while I'm in Australia, 2020, next you know, boom, COVID shit. You couldn't even get no toilet paper or nothing. And this was going around the world, right? So ever since from that day, like I said, I'm not in Australia no more. My visa expired, whatever. My visa had expired last year, whatever. So I'm back in the States. But the thing is, when I came back, after that surge of like the COVID and all that, a lot of shit changed, right? Because the inflation and all that. So a lot of these people, a lot of these companies, they don't have the ingredients to make the products and the foods and the snacks and all that shit we grew up eating. They don't have it. That's why a lot of this shit tastes different and it tastes weird because they supplement it with different ingredients. That's why a lot of this toilet paper that they sell it out here is super thin and it's not of quality because they don't have the materials to keep putting out like that. And they might have the materials, but they don't have so much of it where they can make it how they used to make it. You see what I'm saying? If they do make it of high quality, it's gonna be super expensive. You see what I'm saying? So they already got us like get prepared for it. They just desensitize the people to it. Then they come out with the shit Hunger Games. When they come out with that, like what, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, something like around that time. You know, I never even watched the Hunger Games, but just listening to the fucking name, it's like, come on, bro. They taunting us. Hunger Games? Come on, bro. The Walking Dead? Come on, man. They giving you hints right in your face. Nigga, that's just a cartoon. Nigga, that's just a TV show. That shit ain't real. You know what I mean? And boom, you gone. So yeah, the warfare is most definitely getting stronger. It's like if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you can clearly see what the fuck going on. It's not really that hard to see. Wake the damn up.